huge. I don't know what the plan is. I'm only telling you what I've heard.
Right.
So again, and there's the Maple Leafs, if this in fact is true, using their financial might and leverage, because that can push the deal, because Carolina doesn't want to play that albatross of a deal to Simmons.
Exactly. So what that does is 2018, which is when the Simmons deal expires, that then puts a timeline on the rebuild at 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. However, when you get Simmons' contract, and Simmons is a valuable player, and I believe ownership
in Toronto. Well, under Babcock, he's only 31, maybe. He improves
and old?
Maybe even, Wow. So, but maybe he improves under Babcock, and you can trade him to a team that needs help at some point. Who knows? This is all
conjecture and rumors. As for Simmons, apparently the Leafs are his only way out of Carolina, and ownership need that to happen there. They can't pay him to sit and cry, and Dubas knows he's got strong analytics. Apparently, Babcock says he might be able to get the most out of him. Most people seem to think he can. He's just a dump, and when the Leafs are ready to contend, they've likely moved him after building the asset back up, or he's gone to year 3. But so Shanny apparently takes this to Ron Francis, and he says, listen, I'll do you a solid for your owner. You can take a pick off my roster, but Ron, I need that 5. Give me the 5.
So you get the Marner and the Hanifin.
Boom. Which, if that happens, folks, Leafs mean business. Because Marner is Kane-like, and we don't know what we get out of Hanifin, but if you go to LeafsHub.com, you can check out a great article and really get to know the guy. This guy has his head on his shoulders, and he's just 18 years old.
And then you pair him with Morgan Riley.
Enormous.
And you pair him with Morgan Riley, and then all of a sudden you got the makings of a great, young, dynamic blue line for years to come. And Hanifin's not that offensive guy you think the Morgan Riley is. He's more of a stay-at-home defenseman.
27 points, 34 games.
He doesn't have that huge offensive upside, but he's a great skater, and that's why he's so valuable.
I'm really curious who Leaf fans want. If Strome goes to Arizona at 3, who do Leaf fans want more? Do they want Marner or do they want Hanifin? Because I think I don't care who it is. I just hope it's a guy the Leafs believe in to be the best player. To me, I think it's funny people are like, "Oh, don't draft Marner. You already have Nylander, who's young and skilled." But
you want to put him with other guys that are young and skilled.
Well,
right?
you want as much skill as you can get. And in today's NHL, we've never seen smallish guys thrive like they have now, right? You look like Boudreau in Calgary and Kane, and it's just, size doesn't matter as much as it used to in the NHL because the rules have changed over there. And we're seeing a lot of smallish players really excel. And if you have Nylander and Marner and they're both skilled, that's great.
The only issue is, and I completely agree with you, the only issue between the Strome and the Hanifin thing, I think the only wrinkle is that the Coyotes now are so young, rich and young up front. I mean, they talent there up front.
Claire and
now,
this and that.
Yeah, and now what they're doing is we need to start addressing the back end, and now's the time to do it. So that's the only wrinkle, and whether or not Hanifin goes there, and then it's all said and done
with Ekman Larson, and they have their top decent.
Yeah, no, but I think the Leafs have to take the center, and it's either Marner or if Dylan Strome somehow, someway falls to them. But it's got to be Marner over Hanifin, because in today's NHL, now the way it's structured with the salary cap, number 1 centermen don't come along. They're just never available. And if you get a chance to draft them, although the upside with Hanifin's great, I think you have to take down the middle because that's more of a coveted position in the NHL. A number 1 center. I don't think it's a question that they take. If Mitch Marner's there,
I think beggars can be choosers at this point, but
it's one or the other.
It's an area of need. Yeah.
But it is one of the
other. Put it
other.
on your Twitter account at Steenblad.
Blundell, yeah.
Gregorius back.
Gregorius. You want some blockbuster quickly? 4 picks the last 10 years?
Yeah.
There's some really good names on this.
The number 4 pick?
Yeah, the number 4 pick in the draft the last 10 years. Ryan Johansson out of Columbus was a 4 pick. Pretty good. Seth Jones from the Nashville Predators. Evander Kane. And some dude in Washington named Nicholas Backstrom. Okay. Was also. And then the Leafs in 2008, they picked Luke Schenn, who they, of course, parlayed into JVR. So that worked out for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Very
There's also Benoit Pouliot.
Yeah, there you are. 8:15.
Thomas Hickey.
There's your relief rumor of the day. Go to Added Steam Blundell way under the straw poll. Who do you want? Strome or Hanifin? What's the deal? Interesting rumors in Leafland as we approach the draft day. What is it? The June 18th? What do we got here?
Last Friday in June, the 27th.
27th. Pardon me. Excuse me.
And they only do the first round, like I said, NFL draft.
Like I said, June 27th.
Boom. There you go.
Jay's doubleheader today, Washington. Yesterday was rained out. 1 p.m. You can watch it on Sportsnet television, that is. You can listen to it right here on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. And you get Game 2 at 7 p.m. on Sportsnet 590 The Fan as well. You can also watch that on Sportsnet. It's going to be a busy day for those Toronto Blue Jays. And as I said before, I think you're going to see something cool today. I think you're going to see Dickie Best Zimmerman, and I think you're going to see Scherzer get his lunch eaten tomorrow by tonight by Ezekiel Pereira. Either way, one of the bright spots, and I know it's easy to pick on this group. It's been a mash unit for the most part. One of the bright spots, starting rotation really starting to come around. Joining us to talk about a former Cy Young winner and special assistant to the general manager, Pat Henkin. Hey man, how are you?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Nice to see you. Listen, great job with I don't know if you're whispering. Are you the pitcher whisperer? Are you getting in the ear of these starters because they really started to turn it around?
You know what? I wish I could take some credit. No, it's all Walker and Dane Johnson, I would think, and Gibby. You know, those guys. These guys have track records. Hutchinson, Dickey, and Burley. So it doesn't surprise me. I mean, these guys will probably be right where they always are at the end of the year. It's just a tough stretch here, and they're a little bit in May.
All three of those guys have gone 9, something they haven't done this year. What's the difference? Let's start with Dickey.
Dickey, boy, the trick pitch guy, the knuckleball guy. The more strikes he throws,